Some names echo through history. Albert Einstein is one of them. His wild hair and gentle eyes became symbols of genius. But his story is about more than intellect. Einstein's journey began with curiosity and rebellion, not answers. He was a boy doubted by teachers, yet he redrew the map of reality. His life reminds us that the greatest discoveries start with a simple question. Imagine a universe of unbreakable laws, until one mind dared to ask, what if time and space can bend? Einstein didn't just learn the rules, he challenged them, using thought experiments to explore the impossible. His struggles and doubts shaped a spirit that never gave up. This is more than a biography, it's a testament to imagination and the endless quest to understand the universe. Prepare to see the world through the eyes of a true cosmic voyager. Born in Ulm, Germany in 1879, young Albert Einstein entered a world on the brink of change. The city's quiet streets and the gentle rhythm of daily life shaped his earliest memories. Even as a child, Albert was quiet and thoughtful, often content to observe rather than participate, his mind always wandering to distant places and ideas. He was often lost in his own world, gazing out windows for hours, pondering mysteries that most children never considered. His imagination seemed boundless, and he would frequently drift away from the present, captivated by the unknown. He spoke late, worrying his parents, who wondered if something was wrong. But inside, questions were forming. Questions about the world, about nature, about the invisible forces that seemed to govern everything around him. One day, his father handed him a simple compass. To Albert, it was more than a toy. It was a window into the unseen. The invisible force guiding the needle mesmerized him, igniting a lifelong curiosity about the hidden laws of the universe. He would spend hours turning the compass, marveling at how something invisible could have such power. In the rigid German schools of the time, Einstein's refusal to accept facts without understanding made him a rebel. He questioned everything, never satisfied with rote memorization or blind obedience. Teachers saw his questioning as defiance, not brilliance. They mistook his curiosity for stubbornness, failing to recognize the spark of genius behind his relentless inquiries. He found school oppressive, preferring to teach himself science and philosophy far beyond the curriculum. At home, he devoured books on mathematics, physics, and philosophy, exploring ideas that most adults struggled to grasp. This self-education let his imagination flourish, unburdened by convention. Free from the constraints of traditional schooling, he could let his mind wander, inventing thought experiments and dreaming up new possibilities. Einstein's early struggles weren't failures, they were proof of a mind too curious to be confined. His challenges in school only fueled his determination to seek answers on his own terms. He believed imagination is more important than knowledge because it embraces all there is to discover. For Albert, the ability to dream and to question was the true path to understanding the universe. His resistance to authority became the engine of his scientific career, driving him to challenge established ideas and to search for deeper truths. He was a round peg in a square hole, destined to question the very laws of physics. While others followed the rules, Albert was busy rewriting them in his mind. That spirit of relentless curiosity and fearless questioning would soon change the world, forever altering our understanding of reality itself. After studying in Switzerland, Einstein couldn't find a university job. His reputation as a rebel preceded him. He became a patent clerk in Bern, a humble post that became his sanctuary. Reviewing inventions about time and electromagnetism, he pondered the nature of reality. The job sharpened his thinking and left him time for thought experiments. His desk became a laboratory for the imagination. He'd picture riding a beam of light, asking, would time stop? Free from academic pressures, he could follow his curiosity wherever it led. The patent office wasn't a dead end, it was an incubator for revolutionary ideas. Here, Einstein laid the groundwork for a scientific revolution. He was an outsider, unbound by dogma, quietly rewriting the laws of the cosmos. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs begin in the most unlikely places. In 1905, a young Albert Einstein, then an unknown patent clerk in Switzerland, unleashed a scientific revolution. That year, often called his miracle year, he published 4 groundbreaking papers that would forever change the course of physics and our understanding of the universe. Einstein didn't simply add a few bricks to the wall of science, he tore down its very foundation and rebuilt it from the ground up, challenging ideas that had stood for centuries. In one paper he explained the photoelectric effect, revealing that light isn't just a wave, but also comes in tiny packets called photons. This bold idea launched the field of quantum mechanics, opening the door to a world where energy and matter behave in ways no one had imagined. In another, he tackled the mystery of Brownian motion, the jittery dance of particles in a liquid, proving that atoms and molecules, once invisible and doubted by some, truly exist. Suddenly, the invisible world was made real and measurable. But perhaps his most famous work was special relativity. Einstein declared that the laws of physics are the same for everyone, no matter how fast they're moving, and that the speed of light is the ultimate cosmic speed limit. From these radical ideas, he showed that time could slow down and space could shrink, depending on your motion. Time and space, once thought to be separate and absolute, merged into a single dynamic fabric, space-time. The universe was no longer a predictable clockwork machine ticking away in the background. Instead, it became a flexible, interconnected reality, where everything could influence everything else. Through his daring thought experiments, Einstein revealed a world far stranger and more wondrous than anyone had ever imagined. A universe where the impossible suddenly seemed possible. He made the invisible visible, the unimaginable real, and inspired generations of scientists to look deeper and question everything. In just one extraordinary year, a humble patent clerk became the architect of a new universe, his ideas echoing from small offices to the grandest halls of science. The old certainties were shattered, the pillars of classical physics crumbled, and a new era of discovery and wonder had begun. The world would never look the same again. Humanity's view of reality was forever transformed, and the adventure into the unknown had only just begun. Einstein's revolution had only just started, and its ripples would shape the future of science for generations to come. Special relativity was just the beginning. Einstein had already shaken the foundations of physics, but he knew there was a deeper mystery waiting to be solved. The universe, he realized, was far more complex than anyone had imagined. Einstein spent the next decade tackling gravity, wrestling with equations late into the night, driven by a relentless curiosity. He was determined to understand the true nature of the force that held planets, stars, and galaxies together. His happiest thought was that a person in freefall feels no weight, as if gravity simply vanishes. This simple idea would become the seed of a revolution in physics. It hinted that gravity is not a force, but a curvature of space-time itself, a radical departure from Newton's view. Imagine a bowling ball on a rubber sheet. Massive objects warp the fabric of space, creating curves and dips. Smaller objects, like marbles, follow these curves, not because they're pulled, but because space itself is shaped by mass and energy. Gravity became geometry, not mystery. The universe was now a vast, dynamic stage where space and time could bend, stretch, and ripple. This was general relativity, a beautiful, profound theory that redefined our understanding of reality. It predicted that gravity could bend light, warping the very path of starlight as it passed near massive bodies. In 1919, during a rare solar eclipse, the world held its breath as astronomers prepared to test Einstein's bold prediction. When the results came in, they were astonishing. Starlight bent by the sun matched Einstein's predictions exactly, confirming his theory. The news made global headlines, capturing the imagination of scientists and the public alike. Overnight, Einstein became a celebrity, celebrated not just as a scientist, but as a visionary who had changed the way we see the universe. He was hailed as the man who overthrew Newton, ushering in a new era of physics. Einstein gave humanity a new vision of the cosmos, one where space and time were alive, dynamic, and interconnected. Gravity was no longer a mysterious pull from afar, but the very shape of space itself, sculpted by mass and energy. The universe had become stranger, more elegant, and more connected than ever before. Our understanding of reality was forever changed. Einstein's theory changed not just science but philosophy, art, and the way we think about our place in the cosmos. We began to see ourselves as part of a vast, interconnected universe shaped by the invisible dance of space and time. The world now saw reality through his eyes. The revolution was complete, and the universe would never look the same again. Hidden in his 1905 paper was the most famous equation E equals sine mc2. It means mass and energy are two forms of the same thing. A tiny bit of mass can unleash enormous energy. This is the secret of the stars. The sun shines by turning mass into energy. E=sign MC2 powers the cosmos and, on Earth, nuclear reactors. But this discovery also had a dark side. The same principle enabled the atomic bomb, a weapon of unimaginable destruction. Einstein, a pacifist, was horrified by this use of his work. E=sign MC2 is both a symbol of creation and destruction, a reminder of our responsibility. It's the engine of the universe and a warning to humanity. Knowledge, Einstein knew, must be used wisely. Einstein became more than a scientist. He was a global moral voice. He despised nationalism and war, advocating for peace and a united humanity. As the Nazis rose to power, Einstein, a Jewish critic, was forced into exile. The threat of a Nazi atomic bomb led him to urge the US to develop nuclear weapons first, a decision that haunted him. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he was filled with regret. He campaigned tirelessly for peace and nuclear disarmament, warning of humanity's destructive path. Einstein's journey from pacifist to reluctant advocate for the bomb and back to peace shows the moral struggles of a great mind. He used his fame to fight for justice, equality, and reason. His voice was a beacon in a world torn by conflict. Einstein's legacy is not just scientific, it's deeply human. He reminds us that knowledge must serve peace. Even in a world at war, he never stopped believing in a better future. Einstein settled in Princeton, New Jersey at the Institute for Advanced Study. He became a beloved figure, known for his walks and wild hair. He embraced American ideals but spoke out against racism, supporting civil rights. Scientifically, he felt isolated as quantum mechanics took over physics, a theory he helped start but could never fully accept. He searched for a unified theory of everything, but never found it. To some, he seemed out of step. To others, he was a symbol of relentless curiosity. Einstein's final years were spent asking big questions, his blackboard filled with equations. He died in 1955, leaving a universe forever changed. Why does Einstein still inspire us? Because he changed how we see reality. His theories made GPS, nuclear energy, and much of modern technology possible. He taught us to question, to imagine, and to wonder. Einstein's life shows that you don't need prestige to change the world, just curiosity and courage. He connected us to the cosmos, revealing the unity of all things. His story is for every dreamer and rebel who asks, what if? Einstein's greatest legacy is wonder itself. He looked at the universe with a child's eyes and saw what no one else could. His echoes ripple through space-time, inspiring new generations to explore the unknown.